it.
is, works at Southern Virginia. She's hates science and hates math.
You'll be fine.
Assistant director.
Both y'all,
student
all y'all.
development at Southern Virginia, it's just Newport, Rhode Island. Okay. There's, we're gonna pay for the college.
Okay,
That's-
whenever you're ready, go.
Welcome, everyone. So it's 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna call the meeting to order. The first order of business on the agenda tonight is the approval or the review of the November 9th minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review those minutes?
Yes, I have.
Thank you.
Any changes or omissions that we need to address?
No, they were encompassed appropriately.
Vote to approve the minutes.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed. I mean, there's only two.
Opposed?
Yeah, you have to still do it. Okay, thanks. All right, we're good. Oh, we're good. Thank you.
The second item today is the shell area variance. And I'm going to omit reading the notice as it was published in the Sentinel. Mr. Shell, if you want to come on up and give us an overview of the project, and then
Open the public meeting.
I'm gonna open
can
it.
I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Is it set up? Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks.
Go ahead,
Mr. Shell.
Hi.
I guess thanks for being here. Katrina, do I give this? to my
Yes,
guys?
please. You can hand it to Chris and he can put it into the folder. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. My retirement present to myself was a new fishing boat. I got in August, and I spent the last 15 years working on old boats. Enough of that. I'd rather fish, so my financial, my wife, I can afford a fishing boat. And I would like to store it on my property and have access to it all the time. My last big boat used to get stored and I had problems with theft and not being able to work on it. And yes, I have insurance, but it doesn't cover the theft boat, so it's okay. So I would keep this boat with me. And originally I was going to put a shed or a barn up, and that's when I first ran into the zoning regulations. And that was just going to be very difficult to do. And so I decided in September to do a carport. Just not to put the boat under next to the house. A lot cheaper too. And I was putting it together in my garage when Gerald Joint wandered by and said, I hope you got a building permit for that. Do I need one? And so that's when I did some reading and I realized I didn't just need a building permit, I needed the variance. My problem is, I'm not gonna go through all the papers and stuff, I'll mostly speak to the this wall map you guys have. I am on the side of the Parish Road Hill, on the north side. My lot is very hilly and it's only really graded around the house. So that's really the only level area. And one constraint too is I need driveway access to get the truck up to the boat, to be able to move it. And thirdly, the zoning constraint that it cannot be in front of the house. So that basically leaves this blow up that you guys all have. That kind of leaves the next to the garage, small X here. But the only spot I could do it. I can't put it over on the west side, that's where the septic tank is in Leachville. Behind the house, which wouldn't be doable anyway, because I get to the driveway, there's a gully. And then we follow it off into the gully, fallow land, woods, bushes, whatever. And even right behind the house, there's a grate. So I have to pour concrete on the drive. It would be probably a good $10,000 to do it. And I'd have to get a variance anyway to do stuff like that. So the simplest thing was the carport, much cheaper. Let's see, if I'm talking about this here.
Mr. Shell, when did you move to that?
27 years ago, October 26th.
Okay, so you guys have been neighbors a long time.
Yeah, but this is the first time I've spoken to him since I moved in.
27
Well,
years.
he's a doctor, he's never home.
Okay.
And,
That's pushed through, but then.
So, yeah, easy to remember, it was my son's 4th birthday. And the house was covered with ladybugs and it was 88 degrees on October 26th. So we moved in on a good day. So at any rate, I'd like to place it next to the garage. Right up to the floor of the house to be near the driveway. I'm gonna have about a 5 or 10 foot gap then. No poured foundation of any kind. Minimal grading, like about an inch. I've been out there with my level. I'm going to put, like, 1 inch concrete slab under the rails to avoid settling. And probably about an inch of gravel underneath, keep ruts and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, and if you want to take a peek at what the carport looks like,
I think, yeah, there's a copy of.
yeah, I put that in there. It's 20, the boat itself is 17 and a half. With the trailer tongue, it's gonna just probably not quite fit. Boat's about 8 feet wide, this is 12. 7 feet high at the eaves, 9 feet high at the peak. Okay. I'd like to place it next to the garage with a space of about 5 feet, just so that I can walk in between there to get at them. And that by the map, it's 17 feet from the house. My problem is the house is only 25 feet from the lot line. Now, the lot line is not a building lot, it is ease of access. And I still don't understand. Someday you can explain it to me, Richard, how that all came about. I talked to Buchanan and I still don't understand it. The flag lot. I thought it was like for access for his property. Buchanan is about 700 feet directly behind me. The nearest houses to where this is going to be, by the way, Buchanan is 700 feet about. The Shrams are on my west side. It's out of their sight.
And,
They're about 300 feet. And Richard's probably about 500 feet behind me, something like that. And his driveway actually runs through that right at the far right.
that's that one.
That's his driveway. Yeah, so he'd be the only one to see it. In the right of way, it's cottonwoods and just bushes and stuff like that. There's nothing really significant there. So you probably wouldn't see it. You'd see it from the street this time of year if the leaves are down. So it's not really intrusive there. That. So that's the where and the one.
Good. And you're electing to do a more permanent structure rather than going to Harbor Freight and buying a tieback one and just putting it up for the winter.
Yes.
Because,
Yes. Oh, they don't last. I'd be replacing it anyway.
okay,
I have seen the cloth ones around and, every 3 years you're supposed to buy. I'm sure it goes through, I'll have one pretty good top on it this time of year, but that's just the way it is.
yeah, but that's something you could put that as a temporary structure and weight it down with sandbags and that it's not there all the time, just because there were concerns from the community at large about the overall appeal of a carport within your neighborhood.
Mhm.
And it's, we're just trying to come to a consensus as far as, you're of good financial needs, and that's no right or less question what you're looking to pursue as far as building, but you're not pursuing the cheapest avenue in this.
Well, to me, if I wanted something that was semi-permanent, it was.
Okay.
A cloth carport, what you're talking about, which would not be nearly as sturdy. Probably about $500 or so, I would guess. This
What you're
was
talking about, is the kit $5,000.
1,500.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I went this way, because I could afford it. 1,500. No, I mean, originally, if I was gonna put a shed or a small barn, you're looking with a poured foundation, probably $12,000-15,000. And plus, that would be obtrusive, something right there. Now, I am planning, there is a shed that you may have noticed some blow up that was there when I moved in. And it is right on the property line. And my back neighbor didn't even know about it till I told him, but he asked me if I would do something to get rid of it.
Okay.
And I plan to do that. It's falling apart. It was there when the house was built in '87. I plan to tear it down and put a smaller not smaller, a slightly larger shed behind the house, because I don't have to be able to get the truck to it.
Yeah, just.
And all the junk, yes, the lawnmower, ladders, canoe, all the stuff is in the garage, it's still now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, if it was $5,000, I would have gone with the shed or something like that. And so I guess my, the only person that really impacts is going to, is right there.
I didn't have any other questions, you guys? Have any other? So I guess what we'll do is we'll move to public comment, and is there also anyone in the room that wanted to comment on this one?
Well, obviously,
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be here, but.
Yes.
So really quickly, yeah, I just need name, address, and you have 3 minutes, and it can't be back and forth.
Okay.
That's the only thing I ask. I'm sorry, just for the record. Okay,
Richard?
Yep.
Kanye, GHGN, is Nancy, IE5.
okay, yeah,
7, 8.
I got it. Thank you.
Road, you know, the rest.
Thanks.
Okay, well, very simply, nothing against Brian, but I consider this carport to be a visual deterrent. Having to drive up the driveway and seeing something like this kind of reminds me of Sanford and Sons. And I really don't want that kind of parent. I think it could in effect. And okay, we could be arguing on this, whether it would affect my ability down the road. I have no interest in selling. But when people were to drive in and see a structure like that, I think it is obtrusive. I put in my letter to you that certainly if he built something that coordinated or with his home, some structure, permanent structure like that, that I probably would not have an objection because it would not be of an unsightly appearance. I think is what's being proposed here, in my humble opinion. So I just am against it, and for the reasons I told you, and willing to readdress it if Brian is going to put up a permanent structure that complements his house.
Thank you for the comment. Katrina, is there any online?
No,
David, the carport itself is a permitted thing, correct? Like he doesn't have to approach the town for the carport approval. This is strictly for the setback.
That's right, we're just discussing a setback, whether or not the carport itself is a permitted structure as opposed to enclosed garage, let's say, as a matter for Corey to determine and the planning board will for setback.
Okay, do we have to?
So
You have to go to the planning board for this?
No.
RA1, he's allowed to have a private garage and or structure.
as long as it's not forward of the house. It's got to be behind the forward front of the house, and then it doesn't need planning board at all.
Okay.
And that's what I understood going into this. I didn't realize that also had to follow all the other setbacks. Small, non-permanent.
If we were to build a premise comfort, I think we can catch that. Where would that even if possible?
Not on the east side of the house.
And not without, and what was you shared without grading, correct? You said.
Sure, you have to spend more money, but.
And cost is not just directly part of our consideration for.
So your garage is front entry, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And it comes up the driveway right on.
Yeah, the driveway property is up here and here. And it's two and that curves away.
Yeah.
And it's single lane right where it starts to curve. And this is all I call the bowl. It's all down at Steep Hill. And the house is at Steep Hill as well.
And it looked like there's existing stone that kind of like comes out here, like
No,
there isn't? Okay,
no, it's dead grass.
okay.
So I guess with that, does anyone else have any comments or questions? Um. Just given the fact that we do have. Concern from neighbors and whatnot, I was going to make a motion to see if we could. Actually table this one until next month, just to make some better opportunity to. Have like conversations with neighbors and whatnot, so, okay. Anyone have a? Yes, does anyone have any other commentary or wanted to make a second on that?
I moved
Okay.
to table,
Okay,
and I'll see both of you guys in the near future.
Okay.
So just
Oh,
for
wait.
clarification, the public hearing is kept open because it's tabled, so termination may be rendered at the next meeting.
we need a motion and an approval to table,
It was just,
then, okay, so you're one, you're two, and then all,
One, two,
okay, 1, 2, okay, all right, I got you. Thank you.
And all in favor too?
Yeah.
Aye.
Todd.
Katrina,
Yeah.
I asked when that next meeting would be then.
At this point, unfortunately, it'll be in January. We always meet the second and fourth Thursdays. However, the organizational meeting with the town board is January 2. So even though we always know that those are the date, they have to approve them. So it'll be, the agenda we posted on the website. I'll coordinate with Brian and the zoning board to make sure we have quorum and everyone will be here and the date works.
Can you notify me then? by-
I can, yep, or you're welcome to give me a call. Let me know if the date's been set after the new year, if you want to
Okay.
do that. Okay.
Okay,
All right, Brian, we'll be in touch as far as the date and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
very much.
All right, yep, have a good night, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Gunn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thanks.
All right, the second item on the agenda, or the third item on the
Yeah.
agenda today, is the McCabe area variance. Again, I won't read the notice since it was published in the Sentinel. And then I did catch your name earlier.
yes, Jason Carnison.
Jason, if you want to come on up and give us an overview of the project.
Card is.
Can you spell
I'm
it?
sorry, I
Yeah,
have those last names too.
Can you spell it? for-
Carnicelli,
Yep,
CAR.
Yep.
NIC
oops, CARNICEL. And your address, Jason?
is 920. Route 5 and 20,
Okay,
Bloomfield.
okay, you're Bloomfield. Okay. And I do have an email from Beth McCabe giving him permission to speak on her behalf.
What's the relationship?
I guess-
What's the relationship with you and Beth?
That's my girlfriend.
Girlfriend? Okay, there it is.
And then I guess for the folks on the board, we're all aware of the project and the location. Okay.
I've seen the property.
I'm open with any questions you folks might have. I can at least shed some light. My apologies, Beth is out of the state on a business trip. Unfortunately, she's not returning until tomorrow afternoon. So I'm hoping to sit in for her. If you folks have any questions, I can do my best to answer those and anything else we can discuss in another venue if necessary. Okay. So Beth is looking to have the variance applied for the home. It is a 7-bedroom home. It's actually divided into a front and rear unit. And then the rear unit would actually be 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It's a single point of access in and out of the residence.
That's all first floor, the back half is.
The back half would be all first floor, yes. That was an addition was put on to the residence of right about 1999.
Okay.
At one point in time, it used to be an assisted living facility. So there are a great deal of safety related improvements, but it would be a single family unit. It would not be individual rooms. Kitchen, bathroom, 2.5 bathrooms, yes, I'm saying so. So that's what she's looking to do, variance wise, is, I believe the residence itself, the driveway marks the line between the residential and the business district as well. There would be no access to the other buildings, that are on the property, which would be a large barn.
Okay.
So if you're looking down the driveway, that would be off to the left corner of the property. Well, she sent me a series of text messages, so hopefully I can shed some more light for you folks. But if you folks have any questions, I will.
So she understands that even if this does go through the variance is permitted, then she still has to go for a special use permit as well. Special use permit.
I can't say specifically that she made me aware of that. or not.
I've given her, I've discussed it and sent it, but
Okay.
yeah, so I'm in coordination with her on that one.
Real quick, I just needed to, I failed to make a motion to open the public hearing, so.
You can do it.
we just do that real quick.
First,
So moved.
okay. Todd Hope, are you too? All right.
All in favor? Aye. Sorry. Continue on, so.
So it would be off-street parking.
That's a pretty sizable parking lot back there and all the egress too, yeah.
It is, yes, and it opens up into a wide parking pad back towards the barn and actually right in front of that rear unit.
This is by right here.
It's correct. Okay. Yes, and then there's the sidewalk in the front entry to for that way. So it would be units A and B.
You don't talk to the neighbors.
I have not had a conversation with the neighbor, but I'm not sure if Beth has approached them that, so it's correct.
Okay, but we haven't had any feedback from neighbors anywhere.
Mhm.
Okay, who are the neighbors? Are they resident?
I believe they're homeowners.
Okay, okay.
I myself, I haven't met the neighbors. I've only, seen them briefly in passing.
And neighbors are single family.
Yes.
We have any multiple family units in that district.
Correct.
Uh,
Not in that,
gas Station, well.
because she's she's the first house, it's the first house past
right,
business in residential.
Sure.
So are there other yes,
in that-
yes, there are,
To me, it's the business.
okay, in the Hamlet area, yes, we do have other, yes.
Yes, 4 or 5 doors down on the same side, there's a dark blue
Mm-hmm.
residence, and that is the top bottom.
Mhm.
okay, good, all right.
And then it's stated, but the full intent is to just do long-term rentals. There's not.
Yes, it would be long-term rentals. So unit B would be the rental itself that we're speaking about. Beth would be living on site as well. So it would be owner occupied.
Any other questions or something? And do we have anyone?
No one's online. Mm-mm.
Okay. Any other discussion that folks wanted to have on this one?
Public comment.
That was,
Well, or on the computer.
Yeah, there's no one online. Yeah, that's what he just asked.
don't have a motion on this one, or do we want to motion close?
Okay, do you,
Okay. So, I'm wondering if we should make, I guess, David's standpoint. Should we consider? Do we have to have the specific person present at all, or is this? Okay,
No, you don't.
Okay,
Would you like to table this for discussion until the next meeting as well?
sure. Yes. I'm just trying to,
well, then Beth could come. I can work with her schedule that she'd be able to come. And then if there's,
okay, I guess I'd make a motion to table.
okay,
One second.
was that Dustin second? Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. You want to have a motion to close?
Do you have any other
Yeah.
business?
Do we have any
Yeah.
other business or?
I have no approved, I mean, y'all know it's second, fourth. But I need it, so we're looking in January. Either the second or the fourth Thursday. As long as I have quorum and the town board approves the meetings as is,
Would be the 11th or the 20th.
correct. So I'll coordinate with Beth and with the board and we'll come up with an agreeable date that works for everybody.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Jelly?
Carnicelli.
Kind of set.
yeah.
Close.
All right. You know, okay. Have a motion to close?
So
All in favor? Aye.
All right.